Hello, welcome to Mina's bookshelf for another tarot deck review. This is a mass market deck published in recent times by US Games System Incorporated, which sent me a review copy in exchange for an honest and unbiased review. And here I am. Thank you so much, US Game, for giving me the opportunity to share this glorious, dazzlingly beautiful deck with my viewers. The creator is Anna Kirschen. I think it's pronounced their way. Sounds like a very sounds like a name with a German origin, I believe. So this is the beautiful two-part box with beautiful details from the card themselves all around. Sturdy, beautiful box. This is the blurb in the back. We're all part of nature and are therefore connected to the universe. The elements that make up the earth, sun, moon, and stars are also what make up us. Named for the Greek goddess Astra, the Star Maiden Tarot celebrates these cosmic connections as well as the divine feminine while exploring zodiac and elemental associations. Star Maiden Tarot reminds you that you have the power to transform your life. May this luminous deck be a guiding light on your spiritual journey. Includes 78 cards with dazzling teal gilt edges and 180-page illustrated guidebook. US Games is really on fire with these decks. The production quality of this deck really of these decks is really indie deck quality more than mass market, and the price point is still very accessible. This is in the price range of the $23, $24, I believe, but double check. I'll leave a link to their website if you want to purchase the deck. Two-part hard box, beautiful chunky guidebook printed on this very shiny, beautiful, glossy pearlescent paper with full color pictures. Beautiful. And let's take a look inside. There's something that I wanted to share with you. I mean, this deck reminded me for energy and also for the art style, which has this very folk art, naive flair, which I adore. Love the colors, love the patterns, love the decorative motif, all botanical flower motif. Remind me a lot of the Zodiac Tarot by Cecilia Lattari, another US Games offering. Very similar vibe, very similar theme, and also art style wise, I love these cosmic styles as a backdrop for beautiful illustrations and the use of these bold, beautiful colors. So, and in some way it reminded me of this deck, which I love. It's in one of the staples in my collection. So let's take a look at the guidebook, table of content. The Star Maiden Tarot was named after Astra, the Greek goddess of justice. In Greek mythology, it was said that Zeus sent her away to the stars to become the constellation Virgo, where she became known as the Star Maiden. As the Star Maiden, she holds ownership over the scales of Libra, giving her the responsibility of keeping the balance in our physical and spiritual worlds. I love the fact that the creator injected this kind of very balanced, very justice card energy in the deck, because I think that the deck will lend itself to some very pristine, clear, very spiritually balanced readings. Much of the symbolism and meaning behind the imagery in the Star Maiden Tarot is derived from the classic Rider-Waite Tarot. The divine feminine and the zodiac are also celebrated in the Star Maiden deck. Each sign has a connection to a card in the major arcana and a suit in the minor arcana, depending on the elemental association with your zodiac sign. And each is identified in this guidebook. Learning about these connections might help you answer questions in a deeper way, as they can teach you more about who you are. There are different ways to read tarot cards. You can read them by the book, following the Golden Dawn traditional system of interpretation. You can read them elementally. You can read the numerological energy, and you can read also the astrological connection with each of the cards as a guiding light for your reading. Beautiful. So let's see how the guidebook features the card and the connection with the zodiac. We have a full color picture of the cards. We have a meaning for the upright and the reverse. And this is what happens for all the major arcana. And then we do go into the minor arcana, and that's where the author incorporates the astrological energy of each of the cards. So minor arcana, let's see. So numerological association for each of the pips. Aces correspond to inspiration, invitations, and new beginnings. Twos correspond to decisions and balance. Threes signify growth and creativity. Fours, manifestation and stability, and so on and so forth, including also pages, knights, kings, and queens. Interesting how the queens is the most elevated energy or form of expression of each of the suits. So pages stand for new situation, possibilities and discoveries. Knights, action and journey. Kings, experience, wisdom, masculine energy. And queens, nurturing, sustainability, maturity, feminine energy. So the feminine energy is the driving force for the for this deck. And then the association with the zodiac signs. So ace is associated with all signs represented by the element in the suit. 2, 3, and 4 represent the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. 5, 7, 6, and 7 represent the fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. 8, 9, and 10 represent the mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And then each of the core cards each represent an element. Pages represent earth, knights fire, kings air, and queens water. I know that some creators switch these two, the elements for the pages and the knights. Normally the pages are the fire, because that's the spark of inspiration, the curiosity that is typical, the very first step towards an action. And then the knights are the associated with the earth element. So there's an introduction also per each of the suits. For example, for the swords, we have communication, intellect, the mind, element air, and the zodiac sign Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And the creator does the same thing for each of the suits. For example, the wands, passion, creativity, growth, and strength, element fire, zodiac Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and so on. There are only 2 spreads suggested. We'll do that at the end as a demonstration of how the deck reads. We have the moon spread with 1 card for the release and 1 card for the lesson. The new moon spread with 1 card for the manifestation and 1 card for the outcome. And then some information, a bio about Anna Kirschen. Very interesting. Born a Libra in the magical fall days of October, she chose the Star Maiden to be the title, as she's the holder of the Scales of Justice, which is the mission statement of this deck. She is from Milwaukee. She's an illustrator and designer. She spends most of her time playing with her Dachshund Ramona, drawing on her iPad, roller skating, painting, and spending time with friends and family. She's been drawn to the mysticism of tarot ever since her grandmother introduced her to the cards with her very first reading in her teen years, which is pretty much how many of us, if not all of us, actually started our journey with tarot. It usually starts in the teen years when we are so open to new experiences and we're curious. I love her illustration style. It's really my soul deck, my kind of deck, my cup of tea. Now, into the cards. They're printed on this linen-like finished. I don't know if you can see the texture here that US Games has been using in recent time to print their decks, some of their decks. Very slippery cards on the thin side, but very flexible. It's a pleasure to shuffle cards and do readings with this deck, especially for those of us who like jumpers. When we read, the cards will jump out like crazy out of the deck when you do the hand over hand shuffle. Forgive me, the deck is not in order. I like to come to this review video with a minimum of experience of the deck. I actually like to work at least for a week consistently with the deck before I come in front of the camera to share my opinions. So the deck is not in order anymore. But the good news is that being a deck that is so heavily inspired to the Rider-Waite tradition, it's so easy to look at the cards and recognize, because there's a sense of familiarity in the images, in the way the arcana are represented, which is the traditional way of the RWS. This is a deck that anybody can use, really. I actually would recommend this deck for young readers, for I mean, like chronologically art readers, because of the appeal of the artwork. Has been tested on my teenage daughter and she approves, she loves it, and also because the symbology is so clear. I don't think there is maybe a card or two that deviates a little bit from the traditional way of representing the arcanum, but other than that, it's an easy reader, great deck for beginners. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Moon. Love to see the wolf as a symbol of animal instinct, intuition. This, for example, is probably one of the maybe two cards that are represented in a slightly different way, in the sense that we don't have the pillars here, but we have two beautiful flowers. We only have the wolf instead of having the domesticated and the undomesticated canine characters pictured in the picture. Queen of Cups, a mermaid, a sea creature, the High Priestess, Death. This card almost has a Marseille, Tarot de Marseille vibe to it. A Knight of Cups, King of Wands, Hierophant. The astrological association with Taurus for this card is very strong, as you can see. Six of Cups. I love all the cards, but I do have some of my favorite too. Five of Pentacles, the Sun, and I love to see this all-knowing eye in the card, because the Sun brings everything to the light. It's vision, it's clarity, it's truth. And this is one of those cards that differs a little bit from the traditional Rider-Waite Smith way to represent the arcana, because we don't see horse, we don't see the baby, but we see the all-knowing eye. It's opening your eye to vision, to truth, authenticity, visibility. Two of Pentacles, Hangman, Three of Wands. I love to see the ships. The Tower, interestingly enough, the top of the tower, the head, the crown hasn't exploded, and we don't see people being thrown off the tower, but we do see linings here. So in some of the cards there are, you know, the symbolism is a little bit different, but that's a great thing, because sometimes we want to read the cards in a more nuanced way. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. It's nice to have different points of interpretation in the way cards are represented. The World, Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, beautiful colors, Four of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups. The floral motif, the botanical motif, decorative motif is typical of this naive art style, the folk art style. The Hermit, one of my favorite cards, and this lantern here, this little theme, it will be recurrent in several cards in the deck. Page of Pentacles, the Justice card, featured on the cover of the box, on top of the box, and also the inspiration for the deck. Temperance, very slippery card. Magician, interesting to see this snake wrapped around her waist. The Lovers, how beautiful. Chariot with the two Sphinx. One of them has her eyes open, the other one has her eyes closed. So two divergent forces that the warrior on the chariot needs to pull together in order to proceed full force head on with his ambitious plans and goals. Two of Wands, 10 of Cups, no kids. 10 of Wands with the main goal in sight. Knight of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. So in this card we only see the two defeated characters moving away from the scene of the fight, giving up, withdrawing from a fight that is lost, and there's no point in continuing a battle. 6 of Swords, no ferryman at the helm of the boat. 8 of Swords, Strength card, beautiful, very sweet, very graceful. It's the grace that defeats the force, that controls the force. The 5 of Wands, I really love the representation of this arcanum and seeing these people wearing completely different outfits. And that's a great way to convey the idea of people having different goals or energies that pull you in so many different directions. 8 of Cups, all the cups are in disarray. This is definitely a scene where you're emotionally disconnected from all this because you're completely drained. 7 of Wands, the Judgment card. 8 of Wands. So this is not just a pretty deck. It really observes the tradition. The 10 of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. The Devil. Interesting card. The Temptation here, signified by the snake. 3 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Wands. The Fool. Very jester-like. Very interesting. There is not a canine companion, but the jester here is handling some moons. So we clearly see the faces of the moon. So very interesting, different interpretation of the card. The Star, beautiful, one of my favorite. Page of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. The Empress. 9 of Swords, beautiful card. King of Swords. Ace of Swords, the aces are beautiful. Ace of Cups, gorgeous. 7 of Cups, very traditional. 6 of Wands. King of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. 10 of Swords. It's a very confronting card, no matter how you put it in every deck. But it's interesting, and I appreciate the fact that the swords are not transfixing the back of this poor fellow, and there's no actual penetration of the swords in his body. The element of the sun element here, the message of hope and rebirth and new beginnings is very, very strong. So I see this card in a less negative and confronting meaning. Knight of Swords. Page of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, my card, I love it. 2 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. So no matter how difficult and challenging the cards are, and I'm talking about the Devil, the Tower, Death, the several Swords cards that have a more challenging meaning, the grace and the sweetness of the artwork mellows a little bit the harshness of those cards and of those arcana. Therefore, I see this deck very suitable for younger readers. 9 of Pentacles, I love this one. This is a fashion statement here in this card. I love the dress she's wearing. The 3 of Swords, very traditional. But even in that very challenging card that represents disappointment, betrayal, heartache, the art style presents this card in a way that is not difficult to look at. King of Cups, another mermaid creature. Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune with the all-knowing eye in the middle, and the planets here represented, the symbology of all the planets. Five of Cups, the Emperor, and the Two of Cups. Now let's see how a major arcana, a minor arcana, and a core card read in the deck. Very easy to shuffle. I'm not going to do the riffle shuffle because I prefer not to do it, especially with decks that have the gilding. This beautiful teal color gilding, beautiful, gorgeous. Because I don't want to ruin it, but probably I'll do it just one more time, just one time to show you. It's very easy to shuffle. The cards are very flexible, very slippery. So if you decide to buy this deck, just be prepared. Cards will be flying out of the deck every time you do a reading. So let's read the Ten of Cups. Let's read the Fool. And let's read the Star. Exactly what I needed. A minor arcana, a major arcana, and, oh no, I need a core card. A core card, the Page of Swords. No, let's see. Oh, the Knight of Wands. How about that? The Knight of Wands. Okay, Ten of Cups. Let's see how the Ten of Cups reads. So, you find all the informations here at the beginning of the suit. Connection with the element, with the general meaning of the suit, and the association with the zodiac signs. Upright meaning, the Ten of Cups indicates that you have reached a point where you can now share all of the love and abundance you've cultivated with others. All of your relationships are harmonious and all and whole. It could also indicate a time of gathering with loved ones and celebrating. You've reached a state of peace and wholeness within yourself. Reverse meaning, when reversed, the Ten of Cups may suggest that there may be a discrepancy or miscommunication in a relationship that needs to be addressed. You also may be seeking a deeper connection with someone who is not at the same level as you are. This is causing some frustration in the relationship. The reverse of this card may also indicate that your work and professional life have taken priority over family and relationships, and it is a sign to reconnect and nurture those relationships. So very nice write-up, very balanced, very to the point, supportive, gentle and supportive, but also straightforward in the way it conveys the message. Now let's see the Fool, the jester here. The Fool brings a message of new beginnings and unlimited potential. The Fool has an excited and curious energy about them, and whatever they set their mind to will manifest. This is why we have the moons and the phases of the moons, because they're very helpful when planning manifestation. Interesting. The Fool also tells you that it is never too late to start over and try another path. The juggle moon phases symbolize the cycles of life, both dark and light. The Fool is a card of new beginnings. In the reverse, the Fool may be exhibiting some reckless behavior. Think before you act on something and notice if there is an emotional attachment. Don't take any unnecessary risk at this time. The fact that there is no canine companion here, try to warn the Fool before it takes a plunge into the unknown, helps me read the card in the sense also of individualism. This person is completely alone here, undertaking a new adventure, taking steps and taking a leap of faith, completely alone, completely unburdened. He's not even carrying the usual little bundle, the little baggage that you see in the traditional Rider-Waite. So it's completely unencumbered, no previous experience, no advice from wiser people. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Let's see how the Knight of Wands reads. Now for the wands, as you remember, I showed you in the beginning here of the guidebook. Wands are associated with specific signs, but also the core cards are associated with specific elements. King, Knight. The Knight of Wands has a goal and a clear vision of what they want, and will let nothing stop them or get them in their way of achieving it. They venture forward into the unknown with confidence and without fear, allowing their passion and excitement to lead them. Progress is occurring rapidly as they keep moving forward, overcoming every obstacle and communicating with others with ease. In the reverse, there's a growing passion inside of them and a spark to start something new. However, forces outside of their control might be delaying progress. The Knight of Wands may also be acting on impulse and frustration rather than reason and intellect. This may cause further delays as they're acting from an impatient ego. Very interesting. I love the write-up. It's very clear, very easy to read. Let's do a couple of pulls, card pulls. We're gonna try those two spreads suggested at the end of the book. I don't remember exactly now. I don't have in mind the lunar calendar, but I do believe there might be a new moon in Sagittarius coming up. Not sure 100%, but let's see. We're gonna do the new moon spread to begin with a card indicating what to release and what to the lesson to embrace here. So what to release? We have the Knight of Wands, and the lesson is the Ten of Cups. Very nice cards. They look beautiful. So what do we need to release? Well, the Knight of Wands is now renowned to be one of the most patient court cards in the deck. It actually rushes into action, into adventures. He has this adventurous approach, but also a rushed approach to things and adventures and new and plans and ambitions. So we need to release that eagerness, the impetuousness typical of these court cards. The lesson, and this is a message that regards cooperation. The Ten of Cups for me is most of the time is a card of community. It's a card of getting along in a group that is held together by emotional bonds. It might be your family, your friends, sometimes even your colleague at work. So what you need to keep in mind is that you cannot go ahead stubbornly and impetuously all by yourself. Sometimes you have to keep in mind also other people's needs and wills and desires. This is what I read in cards. And now for the new moon spread, we have the manifestation and the outcome. Three of Wands is a manifestation card per excellence. Not only that, it means that you already have taken steps towards the realization of your ambition and your goals. The Queen of Pentacles is a great card for the outcome, because it means that results will be achieved and that will bring abundance and prosperity into your life. All right, so this was my walkthrough and review of the Star Maiden Tarot, just published by US Games. Beautiful, beautiful, glorious deck created by Anna Kirschen. Let me know what you think about it. Let me have your feedback in the comment section. I'm always happy to meet you in down below in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified on my future uploads. There will be more tarot decks to be explored for review, and I do personal readings, so check the instruction on how to reach me to request a personal reading in the description of this video. Until I see you next time, many blessings. Thank you for watching.